Hey guys, Myles here again with Kato from Newbury Training Center, and we're going to continue our combatives / edge weapon series of tips here. And we've already discussed if you've already committed to being in close and you've committed that you're going to have to try and go for that weapon to entangle and control the actual edge weapon. We covered one scenario where Kato was talking about trying to get to the back of the weapon, which is very secure and he's not in danger anymore. But let's assume you can't get to that situation here. We just want to show you another possible option. Remember, we are showing you these techniques in a vacuum. This is not how it's going to happen exactly in real life, but this is how you're going to learn the mechanics first, right? After you develop the mechanics, then you can make it more realistic, then you can add more resistance. I truly believe in not adding resistance when you're learning the technique first, right? There's lots of schools of thoughts there, but that's what I recommend, right? So in this situation, I'm gonna actually flip here. When people are going to stab, and Kato will take over in a bit and explain his method of doing this, but typically they're not going to be stabbing this way here in a civilian situation. They're probably getting up close and doing this. And this is where Kato will be able to tie up and move to a position of dominance. All right.
So I managed to capture the blade here, and Myles is grabbing my back here with his support side hand, and I'm gonna actually underhook. So with my free hand here, I'm gonna underhook here, and I'm gonna reach all the way around and grab his wrist. From here, I'm in a better position. I've got total control, two hands on his one weapon-bearing limb. From here, I'm gonna shuck this arm and I'm gonna move all the way around to his back here, right? Now the blade's still in front of me, his whole body's in front of me. I'm gonna free up my right hand. I'm gonna access a weapon here. So I captured the weapon-bearing limb here. With my right hand, I'm gonna underhook and reach all the way around to capture the weapon-bearing limb again. From here, I'm gonna shuck the arm free and move to a better position. From here, I'm gonna free my strong side arm. I'm gonna clear my cover garment, draw, and work from here. So same position here, I have the back. I want to decide I want to disengage. I actually prefer running him forward and then disengaging from there. So now we're gonna run a couple times, capturing the weapon-bearing limb. So this is an add-on to the last technique. I get a lot of questions in regards to small people like myself against a bigger opponent. So the same position, I still want to be here, and then I underhook here, and I cannot reach this weapon-bearing limb. So what I do is, let's turn this way a little bit. I take my hand and I slap the pants here, and I try to grab and I pull up and close into my hip. From here, now I shuck and I get around. Then from here, if I'm just gonna disengage, I'm gonna run them. Disengage while I'm drawing, all right? The biggest aspect is, turn this way, grabbing material. Pulling up and then closer. This captures this hip. It allows you to control this. So it's essentially the same as this, but here, right?
So there you guys have it, another variation to getting to a position of dominance when facing someone with a blade. Remember, this is learning the technique in the vacuum. Clearly, someone is not just going to come like this, they're stabbing this way, they're going to be coming in hard multiple times, which is why we emphasize in Kato in the previous tips is you gotta control that limb. Because if you don't, then you are going to be able to stab you many times, all right? So practice it first in a vacuum to get the mechanics, and then you can start drilling exactly what Kato did and demonstrate it for you, getting very fluid. Once you have it down properly, then start to drill. Make it more dynamic, have your partner have resistance so that you can make it more realistic. Hope you guys like it.